Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Salma Aziza. My study number is 205-240-47 and I am from TBHG class B. Okay, this time I'm gonna be telling you the story untitled Snow White. Are you ready to listen? Okay, let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Snow White. She was very kind and loved all animals. One day, Snow White met a handsome prince, and they sang a happy song together. But Snow White's stepmother, the queen, watched them, and the queen felt jealous because Snow White was very beautiful. And then the queen told the huntsman to kill Snow White. But the huntsman didn't want to kill Snow White, and her huntsman told with Snow White for one way, so the queen could not find her. Snow White ran deep into the forest. She was scared and alone. Then she saw a small house. Snow White knocked on the door, but no one was home, so she went inside. The house was very dirty. Snow White and the forest animals cleaned everything. Maybe the people who live here will let me stay, she said. Upstairs, she saw 7 little beds, and she thought maybe children live there. Snow White was very tired, so she lay on the beds and fell asleep. At the same time, 7 dwarfs were coming home from work in a mine. They were happy to go back their small house. When they arrived, they saw Snow White sleeping. And when Snow White woke up, she saw the 7 dwarfs is Toppy, Sneezy, Happy, Grumpy, Dog, Bashful, and Sleepy. The dwarfs wanted to help Snow White. They told her to stay and live with them. And that night, they sang and danced together. Back at the castle, the queen learned Snow White was still alive. She was very angry. The queen made a magic potion to how changed she looked. She wanted to trick Snow White. The next day, the queen dressed like an old woman. The queen go to dwarf's house and give Snow White a red apple. Then Snow White took a bite and fell into a deep sleep. The queen had poisoned her. The dwarfs came home and saw Snow White asleep. They followed the queen to a high mountain. Suddenly, lightning hit the mountain and the queen fell. She was never seen again. But Snow White was still sleeping, and the 7 dwarfs stayed with her and waited. Then the prince awakened Snow White with blows, and the magic spell broke. Snow White woke up again. Snow White and the prince went back to the castle, and they lived happily ever after. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.